Okay, so we're going to make a A2 poster, and to do that you would have received an email with some A2 templates that was sent. This may be in a zip folder, so uncompress that zip folder and then select the template that you would like and double click on that template and it will automatically load into Lightroom for you. You can load several of those templates if you would like to. I'll show you where you'll find those later on. Then head over to Lightroom, to the folder that has your selections that you'd like to put into the poster. Here's a sample of what you'd see. I've got 8 images here. So I'm going to put them into my poster. That's how I want it to be. But first we want to put them into the order that we would like to see them on the poster. So I'm just going to increase the thumbnails a little bit here. Now, Lightroom in the library display, you can see you can't move these around into a different order. If I try and do that, it just won't let me. So the only way that you can move these around is to add them to a collection. So we'll go through this process now of how you create a collection. The first step is to select all the photos. The easy way to do this is either go Command A on a Mac or Control A on a PC, and you'll see that you've highlighted all the images. Once you've got all the images selected, come over to where the folders are, minimize the folders and go into collections, this part here. So to make a new collection, just click the little plus symbol and go create collection. So I'm just going to call this Bruce's poster, for want of a better name. So call that whatever you would like to call it. Make sure that this tick box is checked. So it says include selected photos and then go create. And you can see straight away those photos have been moved into this collection called Bruce's poster. Once they're in a collection, then you can click on the center. Don't click outside in the grey panel. Click on the actual image and you can see that you can just, once we've turned them all off, you can move one around. You can move this one back here, this one over there. So you can just move things around how you'd like them to be in the order. Make sure that you do put them in the order that you want them to look like when you put them into the poster. Otherwise, you can't really move them around. It's easier to do it this way. So I have another folder here in the collections, another collection there, and this is my selections for my poster. So I'm going to move these into the order that I'd like to have them in. So I want that one to be my first one. This one is the second one. And I'm just going to go back to my reference for my images. I'm going to put that one there. I'm going to put that one there. This one will go here. This one goes here. So you can see how easy it is just to move things around to where you want them to be. Maybe that one there. So once you've got them into the order that you would like, again, select all the images. Control A or Command A. Once you've got that selected, go up to the modules up top here and click on Print. Okay, so we can see that this has just put them into a default template that's there. You can see it's on an A4, what the printer is, all the rest of it. So what we want to do is the user template that we put in, that was sent to you, and when you've double clicked it, it puts it into a user template here. So this is the one I've chosen, 9 6x4s. So click on that and you can see straight away it's put it into a nice format for that A2. It does say that the template's A2, but to be sure that you've got the right thing, just double check. Go down to page setup here, down the bottom, left hand side, and just double check that the size is correct. And 594 by 420 is an A2. So if that's confirmed, just OK that. The other thing we've got to do is style this the way we want it. This is the default style. First thing I see here, we've got the names of our images. We don't want the names of the images. So what we need to do is all the settings, the layout and everything is all down here on the right hand side. So straight away I can see it's got photo info here. Just turn that off. That's great. Now that's removed that part. The other thing I want to do is make these a little bit bigger. So have a play in here until you are happy with how everything looks. You can see you can just move things around. We can move margins. Just be very careful and make sure everything's nice and even. Cell spacing, if you want to bring them in like that. I'm reasonably happy with that, although I must say that the left and right margins, you see there's 1.3 inch and that's 1 inch. So I'm going to call that the same. And you can see that here and here now is the same. So we've made them nice and even. And this is the actual margin to the edge. I don't want to take them too close to the edge because I don't think that would look right. So I'm pretty happy with the layout on that. What I would like to do though, I'm not sure if I'm happy enough with a white background. So I want to change the background. So up down here we'll see page background color. So check that box there and then change the color by clicking on there, and I want to make that black. That's better. However, because my images are quite dark, I'd like to put a little frame, a little outline around those images. So we just close that box. And up here we have a stroke border. Click on stroke border. You can change the border width and the color. And the color, I don't want to go white, but I want to go sort of a pale grey, like that. Now there's lots of customizing that you can do in here. So have a play, but be careful that you don't go stupid. Just make sure it's aesthetically nice. So once you're happy with that, and I'm happy with the way that looks. I can see that how that would look on an A2. What we're going to do is we're going to print that or send that to a JPEG, print that as a JPEG file. So what we need to do, because unless you change the print where it sends the print to, then it'll try and print it to your printer. So what we've got to do is go under here, print job, and it says now print to printer. So click on printer, take it off printer and go to JPEG. And here we can see different settings for our JPEG. File resolution, for what we're wanting to do, I'd set that to 240. 300 might make the file size a bit too large. 240 is fine for what we're doing. Print sharpening, I wouldn't click. JPEG quality 100%, always leave it at 100%. And you've got custom fit dimensions, but I wouldn't worry about that. So then all you have to do, as long as you're happy with how that all looks, then print to file, save it as Bruce's essay poster. And then you put it where you wanted to put it. Onto your computer. I'm just going to put it onto the desktop for now and hit save. And that's basically it. That's now saved as a JPEG file, ready to send off to get printed. All the best, and if you have any troubles, don't contact me. Good luck. Bye.